What's up? It's your boy Yergi here. We got a special video for you today. Splitgate has actually invited me to their private content creator playtest, where in which we got a chance to play their new mode, Arena Royale. To new viewers coming in, welcome in. To those who were here when I first started, welcome back. We definitely at some point need to go into why I stopped making content for a little bit, but I think we can save that for another video. So without further ado, let's get into my thoughts and first impressions on Splitgate's Arena Royale.
Good upload
Content.
YouTube shot right there. This is Splitgate Arena Royale.
Okay, so a good spot to start would be what is Arena Royale, and the most basic description I think I can give is it's a 24 player mode consisting of 6 squads of four players each. Instead of a single life with revives like a traditional BR, it consists of the takedown respawn system. If you're familiar with Splitgate 1, you'll know what that is. Basically, upon dying, you're put onto a respawn timer, and the more your team dies, the higher up the respawn timer goes, but the more kills your team gets, the lower the respawn timer goes. So it really kind of plays like a Warzone Resurgence if you've ever played that, if you don't know what takedown is. Beyond that, it's like your traditional BR. You drop in, you loot for weapons, and you fight until the last squad survives. The biggest twist I feel like they've added is really the mini games that you have throughout the middle of the match. So they're throwing in objective based game modes into a middle of a Royale match, which helps to focus the fight a lot more. Even if you're not someone who wants to go for the objective to get the cash bonus, it just helps to bring everyone to a central spot to keep the action chaotic. Now that I gave you a basic description on what Arena Royale kind of is, let's go into what has changed from the Battle Royale that they implemented back in June and what has stayed the same. Let's start off with the biggest changes that have come. No longer are the biomes connected. Instead, it's only going to be 24 players on one biome compared to the 60 players spread out throughout 5 different biomes. So it's reducing the player size, but at the same time, it's also reducing the play space, helping to condense the fights and keeping the action nonstop from start to finish. Another big change that they've made is the auto looting features, which is huge for how fast paced this game plays. No longer do you have to press a button to open chest. No longer do you have to press a button to grab perks, cash, ammo, or even glove and armor pickups. Those are all auto pickups. The only thing you have to manually pick up are weapons and equipment. It's a really big quality of life update. I feel like the amount of less time you're spending worrying about what you're picking up allows you really to focus on just getting right back into the action. And I feel like it just helps with that flow of the game. Another really big change, which I've liked too, is no more buy stations. Instead, you just have to press the scoreboard button, whatever that is for you on M and K. For controller players, it's going to be select, and then your upgrade stations right there. It's easy to quickly upgrade and get right back into the action. There are no more events mid-match, so no more EMP event, no more double damage, and no more low gravity events. The only event that happens mid-match now are the objectives, which to me is a huge improvement. I was not really ever a fan of the events in the first BR. I felt like they really were just gimmicky and didn't add to the flow of the game. Where these objectives, like I've said before in this video, really help to add a focus to everyone's gameplay, creating for more chaos and just action throughout the match. And you can even argue adds an extra level of a storytelling element to this game mode. So before we get into what has stayed the same, let's talk about the maps that have changed or are no longer there right now. So we have the new map Outskirts, which I got a chance to play a couple of times, and I will say it is a lot of fun. It's probably up there with one of my favorite biomes that I've played so far. But yeah, that's it. It's a good map, and I'm excited to get some experience in on it to really get to know it. For the other biomes though, Inferno and Sanctum are no longer there. They said there is a chance Inferno can still come back at some point, but we don't know when that might be. Sanctum, it doesn't sound like we're going to be getting it back for Arena Royale. I think it's still playable in customs. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, please do correct me down in the comments. Okay, now let's finally get into the things that have stayed the same. So there are some things that have stayed the same from the Battle Royale to the Arena Royale, and I think a lot of people will be happy to hear this. For one, it still has a closing circle like any Royale should. So as the match progresses, you'll have a circle that closes, and if you go outside of that circle, it will do a slow creep damage to you. So it forces everyone towards a center point, making for very intense final battles between the last three teams. If you watch the gameplay footage I'm going to be posting, you'll see some really cool moments where we get into the final three and everyone's just battling it out in that final circle. Besides that, you have the maps that have stayed the same. So we still have Glacier, we still have Drought, and we still have, what was the other one? Fractured. So all three of those maps have stayed the same. We of course got the new one, Outskirts, and we lost Inferno and Sanctum. Hopefully we do get Inferno back at some point. I personally was a fan of that map. And just having more maps in rotation is always good. After that, let's move over to the portal charges and armor. The portal charges has stayed basically exactly the same, and same with the armor. I didn't notice really any changes to those besides being able to upgrade them whenever. I'm not sure how you guys might feel about that. If you're Arena fans, you might not like the portal charges, but if you guys played the BR before, you might be a fan of them coming back. I've liked every mode of Splitgate. I played the BR back when it launched. I've been playing the Arena since it relaunched. I've always played the Arena. And I like the portal charges for the Royale modes. Just the Royale modes. It just seems to fit the flow of the game mode and maps really well, where it doesn't in the tighter and faster paced Arena maps and game modes. So I really hope the arena fans do give this game mode a chance, because I think you'll actually like it, because it's fast paced, it's chaotic, it's everything you want out of that arena game mode, while still giving you those fun storytelling battle royale moments. Um, you still pick up, you still have to loot weapons. The respawns are the same as they were in the battle royale. It's still the same takedown timers that increase when you die and decrease when you get kills. Let's get into my actual first impressions. So I was honestly blown away. I can't lie to you. I was a fan of the battle royale that they released back in June, but I did notice its downsides. There would be games where I could go across an entire biome and I wouldn't see a single team. You're spending a good 2 or 3 minutes just walking across the map. At that point, I just could go in a custom game and do that. So, them switching it to just being one biome to me was a big improvement. Not only does it help with the optimizations to where you're not going to be having the buggy mess that they're dealing with the split worlds. At the same time, with 24 players and the takedown respawns, it still gives you that royale and chaotic feel you want out of a battle royale, but in that tighter, faster pace feel of arena maps. Some of the issues I noticed off the bat, especially when dealing with the upgrade station, one big thing I would like to see implemented in the future is being able to upgrade while you're dead. For some reason, you're just not able to do that. You have to be alive to upgrade. It would be nice to do it when you're dead, just because that's the most amount of time you're going to have to actually just chill and look through what you want to upgrade. Because outside of that, there's always constant action going on that you barely have time to really open up that window and even look at the upgrades. The other thing is with the addition of proc chat, which, by the way, W to 1047 for adding the proc chat in. Proc chat is needed in game modes like this. It makes for great situations. I have multiple clips throughout this play session of just using proc chat to make quality game just content moments where it's fun for both me and the other person that I'm playing against. So it's a great addition, but I do want to see a change where it's a separate bind from your team chat. So there would be times when you're fighting another team and you're trying to make call outs to your team, but since you're so close to the other team, they're able to hear your call outs and then counter them. So having a separate binding for people who want to differentiate between their team chat and their proc chat will go just a long way in quality of life. What I would say about this mode is it's fucking awesome. Honestly, if you like BRs, if you like arena shooters, if you like FPSs in general, this is a fun mode to try out. If you like the sweaty portaling, this is a fun mode to try out. If you don't like sweaty portaling, this is a fun mode to try out. This is just a fun mode. If you haven't thought about giving this mode a try, this is your sign. Give this mode a try. It's worth every second of your day. Yeah, and that's just how I'm gonna end it. Like, there's nothing else to say. It's a fun game mode. Go play it.